I'm not going to tinkle. I'm going to brave it.
You gonna brave it?
Watch, this is going to be a mistake. I'm going to be halfway through. This podcast is going to be everywhere anyway. And all the things that have torn me apart, nothing has made me more whole. Covering the good, the bad, and the shit that keeps us going. Straight from the head ref's table. Ironically, we're talking about rules today.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Travis Papa Bear Rogers, and you are listening to A Forest Through the Trees, a cave podcast. That was a good crack. So, recent announcements. A lot of stuff going on about rules, about the IPF, about people throwing fits on Instagram and stuff. So we figured today would be a great day to kind of do our own podcast theme on rulings, rules we agree with, rules we don't agree with, and things that have been around that are just kind of stupid or things that have changed over time. Things I have even overseen changes in since I've been a referee from state and announcer to world level.
Mm-hmm.
And
unofficial world level, or was it actually official?
Unofficial, because USPA blew up. And then meet director for
meet director extraordinaire.
I wouldn't say extraordinaire. I think I'm going on year 7. Yeah, that's a long time, dude.
It is a long time.
That's a long time
To be running meets.
Yeah, long time to be in the middle of political bullshit for powerlifting.
7 years, 7 feds.
Dude, almost, dude. Almost. You're not lying, man. All right, so if you haven't heard, the newest IPF rule changes were released a couple days ago on the 1st, but literally on the way here today, I saw that it has been postponed until March 1st.
Yeah.
Giving us access to the Sheffield without rule changes.
Yeah, and there's pretty apparent reason why they would want to do that too.
Well, I'm expecting to probably see some pretty big celebrations and stuff because it might be the last time you can celebrate like that.
Yeah.
So one of the things we're going to be talking about, obviously, with the rules is those changes. So let's go over a few and just talk about in nuance what they mean. So one of the biggest ones was bar must be above the rear delts, aka people are calling that no French low bar, which is an extremely low bar position. Ones we've kind of talked about on the podcast before where we'd say you would almost get deemed unsafe and your head ref could call a re-rack on you based on bar placement.
Right. Pretty risky bar placement anyway, but if you can handle it, you can handle it. Now, if they're just tossing that away, then that's on them, but I don't see a reason. I mean, I don't squat like that. I've never squatted like that.
Well, you're a much more upright squatter, too.
Even when I was low bar, though. Like raw
I wouldn't say you were super low bar, though. Would you consider yourself high bar now?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
now,
but you're not like high bar.
What? It's up there.
Is it?
I feel like it is.
Maybe your traps got bigger, so you feel more of it, so you think it's bigger.
Yeah, it's on my traps now, but it's just in the same spot my traps got bigger.
Well, speaking of things you want to throw away, dude, this one fucking sucks.
It's purple.
It tastes like Grimace's asshole.
Dude, you're like, I like the purple ones. I got you a purple one.
Is it Grimace or Grimace?
The purple thing from McDonald's?
The big purple chicken nugget?
Yeah.
It's his asshole.
Grimace.
In a can. It's fucking terrible.
Do you want the peach?
No, it's not grape, dude.
It's not? It's purple. I thought it'd be grape.
Oh, Ultra Wild Passion.
Oh, no.
Carl is trying to get me going on the podcast right now. He's trying to really have a bro love podcast. Yeah, this drink's
Monster
terrible.
Aphrodisiac.
But you know what? It's the thought that counts.
There it is.
It is definitely not grape. I expected like a really nice sparkly Kool-Aid. No, very wrong.
Sorry.
It happens. So no French low bar. You must have a full grip / no thumbless grips allowed. Now, when you say no thumbless, like obviously you have people who are removing thumbs, ripping like that, and that usually entails a wider grip as well. I guess it doesn't entail a wider grip. I've seen people thumbless, like more narrow on a squat bar.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, I think narrow for sure.
You would really think that would require like super pinned elbows. Because you're like you're under without rolling over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just for some more support through it.
But I mean, that doesn't sound like it gives you an exclusion of talon grip, does it? Because that's still, you're not thumbless, you're pinkyless. I mean, that's the way I grip the bar.
I would think talon would still be allowed.
Fuck yeah, I'm still doing the IPF then.
Sweet, dude. Yeah, totally. You can do that.
I'm about to start. My first 10 was raw. My second 10 was in gear. And my third 10, when I'm dusty and musty, Drug-free, dusty, musty. That's gonna be me.
Drug-free, dusty, musty.
That's my new plan right here.
Going international.
Yeah. Speaking of international, dude, what was it wasn't a rules thing, but I was thinking about it on the way here. There were so many people making like a big fucking stink about something else, but it got me thinking about nationals again, and I know we've kind of touched base on nationals before.
Touch base. I think we had a whole episode on it.
Did we? We've done too many. This is episode 21.
21, yeah.
But like I was thinking, man, there's so many people like who don't even podium at a local meet.
Right.
Making a big fuss about requirements and going to nationals. Like, bro, you can't win a local meet and you're making a fuss about nationals?
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
It's pretty wild. I mean, unless they got some wild delusions.
Like, I will straight up say, like, you don't deserve to go to nationals if you can't podium a local meet. Like, if you've never
I don't
won,
think that's a bad statement.
I don't think it is either. I mean, I think it's probably a tough pill to swallow for some people, but, like, you know, there's people who are like, oh, you know what it was? It was because there was lifters making a big stink about these IPF rule changes. They're like, oh no, I'll have to change everything up and can't go to Sheffield. Bitch, you were never going to Sheffield anyway.
You weren't invited.
Yeah, you were fucking not even close to being invited. Your dot score or IPF points or whatever the fuck they go by wasn't even remotely close.
Yep. Now, here's the thing, though. It definitely will hurt totals, you know? Whether that be a good or bad total, it's going to drop some people.
I mean, depends.
It depends. Like, I think...
in the moment, yes. Not on a rebuild, though.
Not
like, I mean, I've had to relearn how to do things completely different and got stronger, you know what I mean?
It's true. It's not going to be for everything, but it's in the moment, it's scary, I guess, for lifters.
I would say, like, if you were... Like, let's say you're a month after those changes...
Yeah.
And you've been training blocks leading up to that before you go into peak.
Right.
And then that happens, that kind of sucks.
That's worrisome.
Because now you're like 3 months out in your last 12 weeks. Technically only 2 blocks left before you go into a shorter peak period if you were training that way.
Right.
But you're like, fuck, I got to optimize training and relearn how to do this to a specific rule book.
Now, some of these matter more than the others, though. I feel like
thumbless grip definitely matters. Switching up your grip on something?
No, dude, I don't think it does.
What?
No.
Switching your grip on a squat. You won't tell me fuck with your squat.
I don't think it would.
I tell you what, between last week's podcast with the fucking deadlift shit and trying to do like the gauntlet, and now you're like, oh, I could switch hand positions and thumb grips.
I think I could.
You got a big talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll back it up too. I don't think grip would matter too much on my squat.
Well, you're about to change your name from LeMaster to Master Lee if you can fucking do all this shit with your thumbs and deadlifts that you were proposing. God.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it matters more. Yeah, on bench, that would matter. Like doing like a suicide grip compared to like actually gripping the bar.
Please tell me you would try it.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, we just talked about planning your hips after the fact versus beforehand, and then doing that in a bench shirt and how fucking scary that would be.
Yeah, having all that just like teetered on your traps, like on your back.
Yeah, that's no go. The next rule we're talking about is exit from the back or side of the platform only. I don't think that matters.
No, I think in the heat of like in a meet, like if you're like going and you get like your third attempt and you're just like
excited, you come off the front of the platform.
You can't see straight yet, and you're just kind of rambling around. Like,
and I really think
forth.
that depends on the setup of a meet too. You know what I mean? Like our place here is a little bit tighter, so like because of the spotter loader density, and we use a monolith. Like I think it's absolutely fine to come out of the front of a monolith.
Just don't trip.
Yeah, I mean, just don't. But we light it up. We usually have something there to like signify that.
Yeah, no, it's pretty clear cut where you can go.
Yeah, I really don't think that makes a big difference. Like people were filming like different content creators and things like that, where like they were really robotic and they were walking like this, and they were like, "This is how Sheffield's gonna look," and it was like really like supposed to make it look obviously like over the top, not fun, right? Yeah. But apparently that's what happened is enough content creators that were also lifters like made too much stink and uproar that eventually it got back to the IPF and they were agreed to postpone it after Sheffield. And what we were saying, this is the second time that's happened this year?
In like the past 6 months.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
what was the other one? The knee sleeves?
When they were like, no more stiff sleeves, and they're like, okay, guys, you can have them.
For
Fine.
a little
For a little bit
more.
longer. Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
it was after Sheffield as well.
Okay.
So
I mean,
March is like when all these new rules kick in.
yeah, they should, like, after the first time, wouldn't you think they thought that through?
I don't think the IPF thinks through things. From what I understand, they're known for this.
I mean, and this isn't a podcast to, like, specifically, like, shit on IPF or anything like that,
yeah.
but it's like, shut the fuck up. But, like, I mean, I would say that would be held true for any Fed. Like, if you have like, imagine, okay, so take it back a couple years when the pro was real big.
Right.
Right? Like, if they changed up a bunch of shit,
Right
like, before the pro.
It'd cause a big stink.
Yeah, so we've always used a mono at the pro. And, like, think about how many people were training mono, and then what about if, like, 3 months before they're like, everyone's walking out shit.
Yeah.
Like, there was 1,000-pound squatters. Like, oh, shit, now you got to walk that out?
Or, like, okay, so the first pro when they use kabuki bars, imagine, like, 2 weeks out, they're like, hey, we're going power bars.
Yeah, and everyone's been training on kabuki bar for, like, 4 months, like, leading up to it. Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, again, like Carl said, I think some of these definitely have their time and place, but I don't think that would affect much outcome. Now, this one's really interesting. The no heaves or sink. Now,
I think that one matters a lot.
I think it does matter too. And I looked at a couple like video examples people were putting together, and like even the ones that were sunk, they were still like paused sunk. If that's a good way to describe that. You know what I mean? Like they allowed it to sink all the way in, become at a dead stop, and then push it back without causing an downward motion within the lift.
Well, the downward motion would have been a red light to begin with.
Right, you're right.
They say you can't utilize upper body thrust to initiate the upward movement.
I think
that's going to be hard.
And most people would dictate that as a heave. But I mean, when I think about the sink that really looks illegal, you're looking at the ones like, you know how when we're in a shirt, we almost J into the bottom of a shirt? It's almost like that, but with a sink instead. It's like into yourself and then out. You know what I mean? Like very aggressively into the stomach.
Yeah. I mean, you see a lot of that more on the super heavyweights too.
But
like,
I mean, it's to the point where it doesn't look like it stops moving. I'm saying the examples they were giving, they were like dead in the water.
Yeah. No, I see.
So I mean,
I see what you're saying.
I think some more specific wording is going to be required of those in order to really like pin that down.
I'm going to call it now. Whenever they have the Sheffield and they have like the bigger benchers come up, like the ones that are pushing 550 plus, I think there's going to be a lot of red lights that get thrown around, and there's going to be a lot of totals that people don't get.
But they're not enforcing this till after Sheffield.
Well, I guess you're right. Yeah, that does do. It takes that out. So after Sheffield, they can do their thing at Sheffield,
which is crazy because Sheffield's where a lot of the records are broken. So
that's
wouldn't it be
point.
weird to have like the records broken and then a week later like that same lift that broke that record?
Now they're not allowed to.
Now they're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, it
like,
doesn't make any sense.
I feel like that throws the whole record book.
Yeah, it makes
throw
no
it
sense
in the trash, burn it all, start over.
That brings up a good point. Do they still count records that have been set in the past decade more, you know?
I feel like they're going to have to.
They should.
Yeah.
But why change it?
Yeah. Because, I mean, some of these are pretty strict changes. This one, of course, was the most laughable one. The necklaces must be tucked.
Yeah. You can't chew on your chains on the platform.
Yeah, so all you fuckboys sucking on metal while you're up there, you're not allowed to
rule.
do that anymore. He actually did a really good video of a couple of ones. I'm not like a big fan or anything, but like I did watch his responses to the rule changes and the ones where he was like longingly like looking at the chain.
Yeah.
It's
like I mean, you gotta have fun with it.
Like, yeah. Like I mean, I think those were pretty funny, but I mean, all like the crosses and the excessive jewelry and things like that. I mean, I really don't think they have a place on the platform to begin with. And I mean, that's coming from a safety perspective. And I'm looking at it as a meet director.
I did see a really funny post, and it was like the poster for Sheffield 25, and it was all the top athletes. And then, like, everyone had these big-ass chains on. Like, this is how everyone's rolling up to Sheffield 26.
But, I mean, like, why... I don't ever think... Like, I can think of many other things I would like take away before I took that away, I guess.
Yeah.
or I would take that away before other things. Like, for example, like I would allow a lifter to wear a bandana
How is it?
before I allowed them to wear like a fucking chain that dangled outside the shirt.
How is it dangerous? What do you see that could happen?
Well, I mean, especially when put them in their mouths.
Okay. Say it's
Although I am not one to talk because I squat with a toothpick in at meets. So I mean,
well, I mean, like, what could happen if it's like dangling there? Because the rule is it has to be tucked in the shirt if you're wearing it.
right. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a big deal. I think it's more. I don't think the dangle part was the focus. I think the not allowing them to do other things with it because it was outside the shirt exposed was the aim of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you think they're
That would be assuming that every person who has a dangling necklace is automatically going to put it in their mouth.
right? They're chewing on it the whole time,
Right.
gnawing on it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Do you think they just made that a blanket statement to set everything to rest?
That's what I think. So,
Yeah. Okay. That would make sense.
like if you made them tuck it in, that would just nip all that in the bud.
Right. Right. It's okay. Flat surface. Everybody's got to tuck them in.
Right. Done. Hair cannot block the judge's view.
I was thinking about this one.
Yeah, and well, like, and I thought about it, I was like, that sounds like really fucking stupid.
I think it's only for like really long-haired people. Like that.
Right, right. Well, like, I didn't really think about it until I saw an actual picture of a girl who had crazy long hair, and
Yep.
it was in pigtails,
Yep.
and it went around the sides of her, and literally was like covering up like,
Yep. Hip creases.
yeah,
and,
like
and shoulders.
yeah,
and all that.
yeah. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, that's probably the only reason why. It's probably because like somebody had
A
excessively long hair
yeah,
and it was
visual
covering
impairment.
joints.
Or it wasn't like in a ponytail or like
Yeah,
in a way that wouldn't impede a judge's view. Like it's the judge's, job to get around your spotters in order to
right.
view the lift and make a judgment call, but they
hair,
can't come
you
up
can't
mid squat and like
move your hair.
Yeah,
down.
like
Hold
you
on.
can't do that. So I mean, I can understand that rule.
I agree with that one. That's a rule that I think has a place to be there.
And obviously like it would have to be excessive though.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, it would have to be like, I don't know. I just imagine like dreads,
yeah.
like a wall of dreads, like Cousin It. You know what I mean? Like it's just a blanket of hair, and they're like, I can't see shit.
There's Cousin It up there taking a big
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
yeah.
So
know what
I
you're
mean,
saying.
like, obviously it's not that extreme, but once I saw the picture of the girl with the pigtails, it did make sense to me.
yeah.
No belt shedding or celebration.
Okay.
I didn't see one that's. Did you see the one that said strictly like no celebration? It said no misconduct.
Yeah, but like
Misconduct is very open.
misconduct is a very open rule.
Yeah. When I think of misconduct, I think of like when we do MPL, like Bobby's meets would be like
No swearing on the platform.
swearing in front of like,
Yeah,
like right in the.
it's a
head
family
judge.
event, and
Right. That's considered misconduct, but like celebrating?
yeah. Okay, so lifters are expected to enter and exit the lifting area or platform in a respectful manner, refraining from putting their belt on,
Discarding your belt on the
slamming
floor,
the belt on the floor.
engaging in conduct that may be harmful to the integrity of the sport.
So define integrity of the sport.
Right, and define harmful. Like, okay, if a dude like, yeah, like like ball fists, like
Okay.
oh yeah, like excited.
Right.
But I'm talking like if we're rolling it back like triple X and we're like, yeah, suck it, like then I understand. But like, I don't know.
I think that's where I would draw the line. If you're doing shit like that,
Like, what would we label that as? Like,
derogatory.
yeah, like derogatory gestures or stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, you couldn't be like, like flick off the
Middle
camera.
fingers
Yeah,
up and
middle
shit like that.
fingers, like throwing gang signs, I guess. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But like a celebratory dance or something, as long as it wasn't like, again, like overly sexualized, I guess. I don't know.
Who makes the rules on that?
Who does make the rules
defines
on
that?
that?
That's a good point. 'Cause,
Like, all I imagine is like this old table
Yeah.
of like 6 like decrepit ancient
Yeah.
like
Yeah, wrinkly,
uniform bow
white-haired,
tied
yeah.
like IPF old guys being like, no more of these damn TikTok dances after these lifts. You know what I mean?
They got like a decibel reader on the side of the platform. Like if you get a little bit too loud, once it reaches over like 5 over ambient.
The tone of his voice peaked this. Yeah. I don't know.
I saw Well, okay. So my initial thought when I saw that rule, there's two videos that come to mind of like celebratory lifts.
Okay.
And they're both not IPF stuff, so that is something I should preface beforehand. One was the top of Dave's 3100 deadlift, and he's like yelling and screaming. Would they allow that? If that was a lift, if somebody did that in an IPF meet and they pull a deadlift for a huge total and they're yelling and screaming and holding the deadlift there before they set it down after they receive the down command, would that be
Would that be considered like misconduct?
Right. If they're celebrating while they're holding
like
the deadlift.
The lift is not over because the bar has not come in contact.
Right. They're doing nothing else. It's like not. There's no downward. There's nothing that's like against the regular deadlift rules. Mm-hmm. But as soon as they get down command, they're yelling, screaming, celebrating, and then they set it down.
And I'm glad we're doing this podcast, even though this episode's a little bit of everything and everywhere. I think this is a good place to like open up conversations because even with us,
it's gonna happen regardless.
It's questions like who makes these rules, what is considered that, and that's why like really direct wording is needed.
Yeah. I mean, I was going through the rule book today. It's not as big as you think.
What?
The IPF rule book. Like, I pictured it to be like a thick book by how big of a federation it is.
Fucking encyclopedia of lifting.
It's not that big.
No.
It's just like any other Fed rule book.
That's because all these motherfuckers copy and paste everything anyway.
I know, dude. I know.
I know. I've seen it.
So another one I thought of, Coker's 900 bench at 198.
Okay.
After the lift, everything's good. He gets up. He's built like us.
Right.
Probably I haven't seen him in person. Probably a little bit shorter than us, and wider. He's insane bencher. Jumps up on the bench after the lift.
Oh, okay.
And he's raising his hands up,
I have
yelling,
seen this.
screaming.
Now I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
What would that be? Is that too much? Does that break the integrity of the sport?
I don't think so, man. I think it would have to be like derogatory movement, like gesturing like towards your crotch or your butt or like.
Yeah, I mean I agree with you. I don't know if that's how they take it.
Well, I don't know. Next meet, when I'm done, I'm going to drop trowel and twerk on the stage and see what happens.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know. But that on that subject, like, me and Carl did write down some, like, dumb rules that have existed in ones, even as a meet director or referee, that I've always been like, why is this here? Or sometimes I know why it's there, but I think, like, the rule enforcement for that is enforced, but it's like such a minuscule thing that you're like, is it, well, not loosely enforced, but I'm like, is that really necessary?
Yeah. Oh, one more point on the.
No, sure, go ahead.
It says like you can't throw your belt around. Just don't do that in general. I don't know why people do.
Okay, so I mean, I've seen this firsthand at meets. I remember when we ran, we helped out at the very first. Fuck, what was that benefit meet?
Where was it at?
Virginia? New Jersey. New Jersey. It was at that really big gym. That was so descriptive. Carl, it was at that really big gym in New Jersey. Yeah. There's a lot of really big gyms in New Jersey.
I don't know if I'm at. Not yet.
It was the suicide awareness meet.
Oh, okay. I do know what you're talking about now. I just can't remember the name.
Yeah, when we did that meet, there was a guy who specifically got red lighted for a lift and took his belt off and like threw it against the wall, like the wall of the gym. Yeah, there was like glass windows like all around. Could he easily like broken a glass window?
I mean, was it do you recall if it was like a lever belt?
It was.
It was. Yeah, that's pretty dangerous.
I mean, regardless of what kind of belt it was.
It's dangerous regardless, but like the lever belt's got that big metal piece on there.
And I mean, that would definitely be considered misconduct.
That'd be misconduct.
Plus, you look like a little baby back bitch.
Yeah, huge baby, big cry baby.
Yeah, like you're a fucking pussy.
That's just, I mean,
I don't even tolerate that in our gym.
No, it's stupid. Don't throw your belt.
You look like a bitch. Like, yeah, you can pout and miss a lift, but like, dude, if you're throwing temper tantrums and throw your belt and like punch in the wall and shit like that, like get the fuck out of here.
I love seeing those videos of like those, I was gonna say USAPL kids, but it's like
Carl, Carl, has anyone ever told you? Look,
I'm being rude to.
I'm just saying, out of the two of us, someone's been labeled a bully and mean, and it's not me.
Really?
I think it's you, bro. I think
I find that hard to believe.
I think you should stop picking on these little broccoli-haired fucks.
Yeah. That's what you.
That was a quote taken directly from you.
You took it out of my mouth. Yeah, that was me. No,
that wasn't me.
The videos I see on Instagram of them, like after they like pull a deadlift, like and throw their belt and then like go punch the tripod.
Yeah,
so stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid. You can have fun, yell, scream after a lift, but there's no point to. What do you get out of that? I don't know.
That's a good question because like I used to throw my headphones when I was younger,
and somehow they're still in one piece.
Well, no. That's why I got those ones.
Because they're cheap and
$20 Bluetooth ones that have lasted me like, dude, I've had them for 8 years.
Well, in that moment, why were you throwing your headphones?
In celebration.
Is that what you needed? Your hype?
Yeah, you were just hype. I don't know. But like, yeah, I'd agree, especially looking back on it as like an older lifter and I was young and dumb and been like.
Maybe I'm in the minority. I don't know.
No, I agree. I think it's super childish and stupid. Like, if I was on the outside of that, I would be like, look at that kid. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah.
All right.
That's because you're 25 trapped in the mind of a 7-year-old.
I guess.
Yeah. The other one was arms locked. Excuse me, arms locked before giving the bench command. But I mean, I thought that was a rule already.
I believe that is.
Yeah, I saw it on like one of the where they're doing the rules recaps. But I was like, isn't that a thing all the time?
Yeah.
I don't know. If your elbows are soft, like even in our feds, you can call a re-rack from a head judge and be like, hey, bro, I need you to fix your elbows.
That's only on feds that require a start command.
Maybe they're talking about like when they get a start command, right? They can't like punch up and like further lock out their elbows before they descend.
That would give you a red light?
Yeah, that would give you up down. Would also show like your elbows aren't in full extension when the command was given.
Yeah, I feel like this is already a rule.
I know.
Maybe they're just like increasing the wording on it.
Maybe. Again, why it needs to be more direct. Right. Even that was confusing me reading that.
Yeah. Now, I was reading on the APO's bench rules that you can get red lighted for, what'd they say? There's no start command there. So it's soft handouts is what they called it. Where like when you get a guy to hand it out to you and you start, like your elbows are already like compressed and at an angle.
Okay.
By the time you start going down, they're going to call that a soft handout and you're going to get red lighted for it.
I will say in our benefit, and speaking to you and me directly, I think you and me are really good about that. Like, we'll carry each other out, and I think you and me are so used to talking with our handout team that you visibly can see the retraction difference and not elbow. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we always have that.
And that's just because we train with, like, our handouts take, like, 5 to 7 seconds.
Yeah, I mean...
And that's just by how we get our handouts.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a good way to train, especially if you're in a shirt to prevent that. But yeah, there are some feds without a start command. I thought that was dumb, though.
I think it's just they changed the wording on it maybe or added to something. I don't know if that's new. If that's, like, brand spanking new, I'd be surprised.
No, not for IPF. I'm just talking about rules in general.
Oh, yeah.
Like, feds that don't have a start command on bench.
Yeah, it's a little old school. It's kind of like a dinosaur thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like then you can just like literally throw it out there to the guy.
And that's what they used to do.
Yeah,
it's gotten better.
Yeah, like but I mean, if you were really talking about like soft elbows on a start command or not a soft command, like just soft elbows in general, like that would be the easiest way to do it.
Oh, dude, it's
you're just like, oh, there you go.
Look at some old videos of them benching like SPF or whatever other old feds there are. But like you see the guys hand out benches to them, and they're like they
SPF
get it out.
And APF probably.
Yeah, maybe. And like they're already like at a 45-degree angle, go down like 2 inches, and then pop it back up, and they're good.
Yeah.
I mean, like there are so many bench records set like that, and they since then have been broken. So like really didn't matter, but like that's just how it was before they had the rules specified.
I think skin breaks between your socks are stupid.
Yeah.
Like how you have to have your socks, like a solid line of skin showing, and then your knee sleeve or knee wrap. I always thought that was really stupid, because like there for a while they were like really nitpicky with like assistance on getting knee sleeves on. Mm-hmm. But if you could have like longer socks on, it almost acted as like the bottom half of like
a
suit slipper, and you could like get your knee sleeves up easier.
Yeah.
So it was like they they wanted to have both outcomes, right? They wanted you to get it on by yourself, but they wouldn't allow you the tools to do it. So it's kind of like, okay.
What do you want from me?
All right. But I always thought that was really stupid. Like, really, if your deadlift socks are like touching your knee sleeves, is that going to add like another 30 pounds to your squat?
No. And also, if we think about it this way, like there's religious exemption from that. So if there's already an exemption, why have the rule?
Yeah.
If there's things that you can do that exempt you from that specific rule, then it seems like a pointless rule.
Yeah, and not to talk like we're not like disrespecting someone's religious choice or affiliation and the exception to the rule. I'm just saying like obviously that didn't grant them an extra 50 pounds.
Exactly.
So why would you do that for other lifters? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Exactly.
Like just make it not matter for everybody.
Yeah.
Same thing.
That's
like
how I see it.
if you squat and your singlet and knee sleeves touch.
Oh yeah, dude. That's
Like, have you ever seen somebody like have to hike their singlet up more? Especially ones, and dude, this is a personal preference of mine. I absolutely hate singlets that don't have the rubber grippy stitch thing down the bottom and they slide down, because I have to buy a bigger singlet to fit me as a wider, shorter person. And so like I have to pull mine up, and if they don't have that, they always slide back down. And I fucking hate it.
That's a pain.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not going to get you any extra weight either.
It's not going to. I mean, okay, so let's think about evolution of equipment, you know? Singlets have evolved too. Think of like the singlets you had when you started, and now like the stiffer SBD ones that everybody's wearing. You think that does anything?
Singlet or sleeves?
I'm talking about singlets. They even those
Stiffer singlet?
They are different material. Have you felt one of the new ones?
No.
Yeah.
Carl, did you just ask me if I have felt an SBD singlet?
I thought you had your collection of all the colors. You have your matching singlet to knee sleeves.
I actually waited up all night for them to drop Midnight Purple.
It turned out to be a stupid passion fruit one.
Singlet almost as bad as this energy drink. It's really bad, dude. It's not great. I'm
won't
like trying to get.
It
past
won't happen
it.
again. I promise.
I'm like only like a third into the can, and I'm struggling. It'll last me this whole episode. I won't be done early. I promise you.
One of the purple one got the midnight passion.
But no, I have not seen like this more.
Yeah. Dude.
Would you say dense?
It's just like a different material, I think.
In my last couple meets I've directed, like I never felt one that was like, oh shit.
Well, I don't know if it's that like it's not like super like severe, but it's like not like a one layer super thin like.
The one I always liked that I thought was noticeably different was the Inzer one that had the wider straps. Do you remember that one?
Is that like the newbie singlet?
No. Okay, the newbie. I know which one you're talking about. The newbie singlet is your plain old black Inzer with yellow lettering, and it's got the white outline around the whole thing.
That's exactly
right?
what it is. That's what I was thinking of.
No. This one was called like a power singlet.
Okay.
It wasn't one ply or anything like that. It was just a normal singlet. But the straps are like this wide.
I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, it's almost like you had a t-shirt and you cut the sleeves off, but like that's how long the straps were.
Crazy.
Yeah. Look, man, give me a passion fruit and I'm over here like touching you in the middle of the podcast.
Whoa, dude. Okay, you know what? The one I got actually is different material.
What singlet do you have?
F.8.
Is it? Okay, yeah, that material is different, and I don't have one of those.
Yeah, I'll have to bring it in and show you again.
Yeah. Can you bring your singlet and let me touch your singlet?
Yeah, dude. I won't wash it either, just for you.
Touch my singlet. That's the name of this podcast. Touch my singlet. Done. What a keeper. But I always thought that was a dumb rule. Speaking of dumb rules and talking about like materials, shirt blends. I always thought that was ridiculous.
Shirt blends as in?
Like they wouldn't let you wear like...
You talking about bench shirts or just t-shirts?
T-shirts.
Okay.
Undershirts.
Okay. Yeah, the meat required like...
Yeah, they're like,
whatever.
oh, well, in some of the rulebook changes, it's got to be like a 50-50 blend or at least this percentage blend between poly cotton
you
or
can't have those
100%
like elastic,
cotton.
Like,
you couldn't wear like an Under Armour.
Yeah. What does that serve?
I mean, I believe it's an evolution of like why they made you wear tighty whities or go commando. Right? Because if you wore like super tight, different material briefs back in the day, they could give you that extra pop. like under your shit, and that's why they check underwear nowadays?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You know that's where that came from, right?
No, dude, I had no idea. I thought powerlifting was just weird and you had to wear tighty whities.
No, people would like just okay. So just like people were like trying to hide knee wraps under knee sleeves.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that video that guy got caught and they were
Yeah.
like chasing around the fucking arena and shit?
That and the one where the dude walks out to the bench like this and he benches and he gets back up holding his wrist and he walks away because he had a slingshot underneath of it.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, that's where that came from. That's why they check it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, like that makes sense. I just didn't put two and two together.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it would. I thought they just made that rule so you would have to awkwardly ask people for underwear at check-in.
Exactly.
Makes for fun stories.
Yeah. You want to see my thong?
Yeah, dude. or my favorite's the guys that are already wearing them. They're like these, and they just drop trowel and at the table. And you're like, bro, come on, man. Like, Jesus. What was the excuse the one time? It's okay. I'm a medic.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what?
What does that mean? Like,
Yeah,
what does
like,
that have to do with this?
Easy there, buddy. I'm a medic. I'll show you my panties. It's fine. Like, dude, that's so fucking
Completely
weird.
professional.
Okay.
Let me show you my underwear.
That just goes along with like my age-old saying of, and this is to me as a T, my personality. I don't like you because of who you are, who you choose to love, your religion, your creed, your color. If I don't like you, it's none of those things. It's because you're fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't do fucking weird.
How fast do you know if somebody's weird or not? Do you know with like the
I know,
first? Like,
I know pretty fast, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't take like a little bit to marinate.
But there's difference. Like awkward is awkward. Weird is weird.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
some
I
people
have a
awkward
lot
and
of
be
friends
like-
that are awkward, like in different circumstances and things
We
like
know
that.
you.
But like
We
weird
know how much
people
you
are
play Magic, man.
fucking weird. Yeah, yeah. I am not in the community that is not weird.
Powerlifting and Magic the Gathering. It's like the two most
What a
like
weird God! What have I done to myself?
the
Why
most
couldn't I
awkward
get into
people.
a normal hobby, dude? Fuck.
Why don't you just like football or something cool?
Dude, I hate football. Watch, no one's gonna listen to the podcast anymore because I said that.
Oh well. Dropped all our viewer base.
All 5 people. But yeah, I always thought those shirt blends were really, really stupid. Like, I think like with RPS, how you can not wear a shirt under your singlet while you squat.
Yeah.
I think that should be fine. Like, if you got the balls to let that shoe on your back,
Right.
go for it.
Yeah, I don't. For one.
I mean, you see me squatting here shirtless all the time.
That's all
like,
you, man.
I like it. Like, I don't give a shit. And when you're amped up and you're focused on a lift, like, dude, I don't even feel it when I pick it, despite how sharp the knurling is. And I fuck with some real sharp knurling.
I don't think I would either, but I think it'd be cold. I'd be like, it's barf. It's a little cold on my shoulders. Here.
One thing I've never said in a fucking suit. Man, Carl, I'm really cold in this multiply getup, bro.
Yeah, I guess so.
Did you install a fan in the back of my suit? Because I'm frigid,
yeah,
bro.
we put the bar in the freezer before you got here.
Yeah, and never have I said that.
I don't know. Just thoughts that would run through my head. I'm just like,
No, man, I don't know. I think you should be allowed to like not wear a shirt.
yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah. I don't think it serves really any beneficial purpose.
24-hour weigh-ins. I thought that was a good one you added. I like to talk about this. So 24-hour weigh-ins, if they should be allowed or not.
You actually brought up a good point with it because I thought it was just like a blanket, like, hey, this is like.
This is the. I think with most people, besides drugs, obviously, this is the clear divide between tested and untested.
Yeah, it's the only like other like they have this. You can do this here.
You can do this here.
Like this is okay.
Like so with day of weigh-ins.
Yeah, 2 hour weigh-ins.
Like you can't really. I mean, I guess you can refeed and rehydrate, but not like you normally could. Like dude. I always the best example of this is Richie.
Okay.
He's like, I did same day weigh-ins for USAPL. I ate like 2 whole pizzas. He ate 2 whole fucking pizzas.
No way.
Before like stepping on the platform, and that was like
That's
2 whole
ballsy.
pizzas, an hour and a half warm up, and then onto the platform.
No thanks.
And he said he was fighting throwing up the entire time.
Yeah, I can imagine so.
And I was like, yeah, that's why you
that
can't really
checks
like.
out.
Not only was that a bad choice of food, but just like you can't really do those sort of things like you would stuff yourself for a refeed.
Like I'll eat pizza the night before a squat, but I'm not going to eat pizza before.
I've
I
actually
go lift.
stopped doing that.
Really?
It makes me feel like I swell up too much because of the sodium. Like I'd much rather do like a burger.
I mean, yeah, I'd see that. I'd worry about swelling up if I'm going to bench, but not squat. I think the squat's fine. I definitely don't want to bloat myself too much on a bench, though.
Yeah.
There's 24-hour weigh-ins, though.
It makes you situate to the weight class.
Yeah,
100%.
I think it makes things more competitive.
For 24 or for
20
24 hours or not 24 hours?
24-hour weigh-ins make things more competitive.
Why? Because you can see who has the balls to cut weight and still function.
Right. If you can hack it, dude, go for it.
I feel like I'm biased. I feel like I'm not fair.
You totally are.
I'm not allowed to speak on this because, but I mean, I've fucked up a lot of weight cuts too. I mean, I had to fuck up a bunch before I got really good at them.
Right.
And now I'm really good at them.
What's your worst fuck up on a weight cut?
I fucked up a water load and then couldn't pull the water off in time and like drank water too late, and I had switched something out with the salt and I just started holding it all. Mm-hmm. And then I had to do like
all the extra bonus shit that you don't want to do.
Sauna forever. And like room sauna is the worst way to cut weight. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah. It takes longer. You're in a giant hot box, especially if you have to go to a public gym. Fucking sucks. Mm-hmm. I think the best way to cut weight, obviously, is the hot tub rotations. Literally making a hot tub in a hotel room tub with your Epsom salt and things like that, and going rounds like that. But if you have an infrared sauna bag, those are pretty sweet. Yeah. Super uncomfortable. You bake yourself like a little hot potato. It's the fucking worst.
Air fry yourself.
You can't get comfortable in that. It's absolutely miserable. Like my big thing is like when you sweat and you can feel your toes like stick together and you have like 2 layers of socks on and you just feel so bound up. This is what I imagine like getting like mummified alive like back in Egypt. I know that is the most like weird description but very specific thing I can think of.
You feel like they just pulled your brain out of your nose and you're sitting in this little tube.
You're just like stuck and you can't get comfortable and you're in a sleeping bag and you're like this and it's terrible.
One of my fond memories of seeing you in a weight cut is actually at the February meet we did when you were watching like what were we watching, the hockey show? Shoresy?
Yeah, we were watching Shoresy.
Yeah, we're watching Shoresy and like you're like in your tent, your head sticking out and you have your glasses on, but you're like you need like Jess or somebody to like wipe your glasses so you can continue.
They're fogging up the whole time. Yeah, I was miserable. But it didn't, what'd I do, 2 20-minute rounds and I was done?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
No, because like once you get the water and salt load part of it right, the actual sauna portion is very fast.
That one wasn't scary, but it was funny to watch. Matt scared me that day because Matt did a cut before he drove there.
Yeah, that's always dangerous. I used to do that with the kids, though, so not smart.
No.
But I definitely think the 24 hours, like even being biased, makes it more competitive because you kind of see who's got the balls to do the weight class. Now, that being said, like I've written articles for Elite FTS for like elite level weight cuts and things like that, but I would never, even as a coach, I always tell my lifters not to cut.
Yeah.
I beg my lifters not to cut, and some of them still do it. But, like...
Got to get that state record.
It's really, really hard. Yeah. Damn, Carl. Shots fired. Yeah, state record's not worth it, bro. It's going to be broken next weekend. Like, calm the fuck down. Unless you're going for, like, an invite, a top 10 ranking, a world record. I mean, in some feds, national records. But it's got to be, like, a legit national record.
Yeah.
Not like, hey, my fed started yesterday. I'm going to cut for the national record. Chances it's a average number and it's not even an actual record someone set. Especially at the rate feds and rulebooks are feds and record books are popping up now.
Evolving, all right, they're evolving. That's all it is.
I think that's de-evolving. I think that's disintegrating. It is because it's fracturing out the sport. It's getting
spreading too thin.
Yeah, spread too thin.
You got too much toast, not enough butter, man.
That's very true. I like that. I might use that for the name.
Yeah, imagine the feds are slices of bread, laid out, and you have 1 stick of butter. What are you gonna do when the butter runs out, man? You're just gonna take off the bread.
What a educated scholar you are, Carl. A true man of poetry and words.
It just has to be about food. And I can tie it together.
If it's about food, I can really just like go off on a tangent. What about ironically enough, we just talked to Bobby on the phone probably 40 minutes ago?
Yeah, right before we started this.
Bench handoff and allowing your spotter / handoff guy to manipulate your hand position before unracking the bench.
Very beneficial.
Yeah, very beneficial. But we had talked to Bobby, and when we did a meet, it was listed as you were allowed to do that in multi, correct?
Multi
and you
and
weren't
unlimited.
allowed to do it in single ply.
Yep.
Even though we didn't understand the difference of like why there's tons of single ply benchers who bench heavier than multiply or in tighter shirts than multiply. So why would the amount of plies affect the ability to be given that luxury of manipulating your hand position with your partner?
Yeah, I didn't understand the reasoning behind why it differed. That was my biggest I don't know.
But lo and behold,
reason
good things came of it because Bobby consulted me
It's true.
right away, and then we actually rewrote that part of the rule book.
It was like that night.
Later
like
that night,
week.
yeah, we were having dinner. He was
Yeah.
at dinner at our Airbnb, and he asked me, and he had texted me. We talked about it. We got some ideas together, and then later on, like a week later, he texted me
Some
and was like, "Hey,
revisions.
can you read some of this over and help me manipulate the words?" And that's what it is. And now it's already updated.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Alexander also sent me the one about the bench shirt from the meet we just did.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, it was talking about how you are allowed to use inserts in an unlimited bench press shirt, but it had to be sewn
They had to be
to the shirt. It had to be part of the shirt. So
physically attached.
yeah, so what I did is I sewed the center mass to my 2-ply with a pink 1-ply insert, like a figure 8, which was legal. And we watched his videos on like what was legal and what was not. He didn't show us how to do it, but like this is the way I wanted to do it. So then during warm-ups, I could tuck my band up near my chin, almost literally like a bow tie.
Yeah.
To bench in a 2-ply warming up, and then I could slowly bring my arms down and then jump into 3-ply with it still being a part of the shirt. And when he saw that, he was like, "Dude, that is so freaking smart."
Yeah.
And he came over to me after I had checked my shirt in to get pictures of my shirt that I had hand sewn myself, to show other meet directors of like, hey, this is an idea. Like, you don't have to stitch it all the way around and jeopardize the integrity of the shirt.
Yep. You only had like what, 3 or 4 stitches in there?
No, it was a good amount. It was like a 1/2-inch line, but I mean, I used that doubled over, the upholstery thread.
Right,
so
right.
she was in there, and we even took pictures of me holding it by.
So it supported itself.
Yeah, it would hold the entire weight of that shirt, and that shirt's not light.
And that was their original rule. It had to be supported by like.
Yeah.
You had to be in there.
It caused some stirs later that we won't go on to that.
It has been resolved.
It has been resolved. A big stir with that, and eventually he told me because of the stir I caused and deeming if that was legal or not, despite me following the rules, they've rewrote that rule and included it in the rule book. So something good came of it, and he also thanked me for that.
Yep. Evolution of the sport.
Yeah. So just do what I do: stir up a bunch of shit and see if it sticks, and then help them write the rules about it.
So all these have just been like, are they legitimate? Like now they are written into rules and changed some of them. But are all of them rules, or are they just like things that are meet directors' discretion?
No, these are in rule books.
Okay.
These are in actual rule books. Speaking of meet directors' discretion, let's talk about monoliths.
Yeah.
If you don't use monoliths, you're fucking dumb. All right, move on to the next topic.
Well, we preach on that like every episode, I feel like.
It's fucking safety,
it's
dude.
Safer for the lifter, for the spotters, for
in the warm-up room,
everybody.
there's already toe straps on there. Yeah. Like, those don't get removed during the warm-ups. They don't get removed during the meet. Like, it prevents someone, if God forbid, someone ruptures a quad or something and gets pinned to the floor.
If you are a meet director, this is very beneficial for everybody involved.
Yeah. And as long as your toe straps have slack to them, it's enough room for your lifters who want to train and walk out their lifts at a meet to be able to do so without impeding that.
Yeah. I think the one we got over here, I just raised those a little bit when I was doing my box squats because
Or you can take out, how I do mine with the toe straps, you can take out that portion of chain to make them longer.
Yeah, I just moved it up or moved it down when we're doing our free squats. It's just the same thing.
Yeah. So we have a setting for a box and we have a setting for that, and you can also make a setting for walking out.
Yeah.
You could even color code them if you really fancy.
Oh, wow. Spray paint the chain?
I mean,
that'd be excessive.
Maybe.
You can have like, you section off that.
You know me, I'm a man of culture. I use duct tape.
Yeah.
I color code everything with duct tape.
There's tape on so many things around here.
I know. But yeah, monoliths for sure, man. I think and I know MJ Greeno has preached on this, and I've talked to him and at length about stuff like this. Like, why wouldn't you, with the way powerlifting is going and things getting heavier and heavier and heavier, why would you risk that safety at a meet? And a lot of people, the argument is, especially with newer meet directors, is portability.
Oh yeah, setting up a monolift takes 10 times as long as throwing a combo rack down.
Now, I will argue if you have a rando team, it's hard, probably.
If you got a pit crew though.
If you had a pit crew, we got a pit crew. But I mean, we buy ours from Invictus Powerlifting, owned by Dave Shirley, and like, dude, these things break down and fit in the back of my pickup truck.
Shout out to Dave too for rolling up to, and like he was here to put it in. Like,
yeah, Dave. If you order something from Dave the first time, that mofo shows up at your gym.
Yeah,
like
make a trip out of it.
Him and his wife showed up to my gym and put the mono together in front of me. We're like, this is how you do it, and are super sweet, nicest people ever. Always helping out, cutting me a deal. I bought my black and chrome one from him for my first one. And then the black and red one we use at meets all the time that you also see me and Carl prep in. I bought that from him at the American Pro. This is actually one of the warm-up monos from the American Pro.
Yeah, it's sick.
So, I mean, like, dude does good work. They break down. They're on latch pins, so they pop right out. Like, dude, it is legit.
Yeah, as far as monos go, like, it's a pretty versatile one. It's, very...
And I think the only update we're missing on ours is he did the laser engraving on the numbers instead of like stickers where you have the pin height.
Okay. So
I think it's the same arm too, so we could literally just order the arm and swap it out.
So what you're saying is we got outdated parts and we got to get some better updated monolith gear.
Unfortunately. We're not really shouting you out, Dave. We're just trying to put you on blast so we get some free mono parts. Just kidding, man. You're the best. He's also the one that sent me my band I bench
when you're getting in your band shirt again.
Yeah, he sent me one of his bench bands, and that was what I was using to rehab my torn pec tendon,
the titty.
And I still use that one.
Yeah.
So
cool guy. Good monoliths.
Meet director's discretion, though. Since we're already on that topic, and we're rolling through this list. Spotting numbers, and this is one of the phone conversation we had with Bobby like 50 minutes ago before we started the podcast, was we were trying to find if some of the rule books specifically wrote down a kilo number that you had to have 5 spots on, not including if you're using the mono crew, which is someone who's raising the lift and operating the mono handle. Those 2 people do not count as your 5 on the platform, meaning 2 on each side and 1 in the back for a 5-man spot team.
Right. Now, here's where I get a little confused on it. Because I've spotted at USPA meets, WRPF, PLU, RPS.
MPL. Have you spotted an MPL meet?
I have not spotted an MPL meet.
Oh, okay.
No. And as far as I recall...
Man, that's a pretty good resume for you as a spotter.
Right? Isn't it?
I've never heard you say that out loud. I'm kind of proud. Damn. Okay, yeah. Put your time in. Go ahead.
The requirements that we followed for USPA, WRPF, stuff like that, has always been like 496 or 220 keys.
Yeah.
Now, I just looked up on the PLU that it's 225, and that's like what, a chip over 500?
Yeah, and Bobby said like they ballpark 500. Anything 500. General rule used to be anything, and that's what we said out loud at rules briefings too with our staff for USA or not USAPL. I never did USAPL. USPA back in the day.
Too many letters.
Yeah. Too many acronyms. Anything 500 and over was required for a spot team, whether it was squat or bench.
Yeah. It's just the number. It's not the lift.
Yeah.
But like, what's that 5 kilo difference like really like matter? Between 220 and 225.
Yeah, I mean
is that a discretion thing on the meet director? Like,
it is, and at our meets when I see 4 reds, regardless of the bar, whether it's squat or bench, if there's 4 reds on that bitch, like we have people there. You were getting a team regardless if you wanted it or not.
I actually learned. I think me and you talked about this like a few weeks ago. People like that's a milestone for them. Like, it's not the number. It's like, I got a 5-person spot team.
I'm so bad. I got 5 people up here for me. Yeah, I guess that's true. That probably make you feel good. Now, we do get plenty of compliments at our meets that our spot team makes people feel crazy safe. And we have a very, like, emotional is not the word. Encouraging spotter staff team that, like, cheers for the lifters, and it's
Engaged.
Yeah, very kind, very hands-on. Like, we have a really good team here. We're
Yeah.
very thankful for that. I know I've said that 100 times, but definitely been to some meets that's not like that.
True. I've also been to some meets that they have like actual spot teams that like travel to other professional meets that that's what they do. So wide range of what's out there.
When we retire, we should do that.
I would do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say retire though. I'll just do it whenever you decide to do it.
when I retire.
Yeah.
When I just follow you around.
Okay. we should make a whole Instagram page on our spotter litter team.
What do you want to call it? What was your analogy with the stick of butter and the toast?
I don't think that would pertain here.
You don't want to get spot loader teams to say butter my toast? I don't know how that would fit in.
I don't know either. We gotta workshop this.
We'll work on it. I mean, you're so good with words. I'm surprised you didn't just come up with it on the spot, Carl.
Put me on blast. I don't know what's going on.
Don't you like write for Elite FTS in your spare time?
Yeah, but I always pass off the articles to somebody else to upload. Like, just put it under his name.
You write it under a pseudonym.
Yeah.
Big Daddy. Published by Big Daddy. But yeah, and then of course, if you're also talking about meet directors' discretion, we're talking about time in between the big three. Right?
Yeah.
So like, go ahead and talk about it if you want.
Okay. So, this is pretty recent to the last meet that was held here. There was more time given in between the squat and the bench.
What do we go, 20 and 10?
I think so.
It was 20 minutes between squat and bench, and it was 10 minutes between the bench and the deadlift.
Yeah. Now that takes into account a lot of different factors.
We had more suited lifters too.
Yes.
So people had to get out of equipment,
right,
and get back into equipment. So I mean, we try to.
It varies on what's going on during the meet. Like whatever happens.
I think that's really important. Like you said, and I'm glad you stated it that way. I think that's the important part of being an engaged meet director.
Yes, you got to know what's happening.
If you're not checking on your lifters and paying attention to what's going on, you don't know what people need.
Exactly.
That's an important part of being a director. You don't just run the meet like. You run the meet while the meet's going on. Like, it doesn't function the same way every time. You got to pay attention to what's happening.
It's like a living, breathing thing that's going on. You got to.
It is its own entity. Just like the terrible taste of this fucking energy drink.
Thought you weren't going to bring it up again.
I'm down to a third. I've been slowly working it.
Yeah. Okay. So we needed more time on getting ready for benches. We had people in shirts. We had, sometimes there's just like not a lot of people. Some people bomb out on squats, and sometimes it's more than others. Varies meet to meet. We didn't have any bombs on squats, so the lifter cap stayed the same. And going into it, there was just more people warming up for bench, and we needed more time to get through everybody warming up.
I think we did have 2 bench onlys, or an addition of
That's
push
a good
pull.
point too. We had a
bench
divisions.
only, we had a push pull,
Yeah.
so we did have 2 extra lifters added to the flight.
Typically, you'll see a bench flight that's bigger than the squat flight because there will be people that are doing their full powers, and then they
Iron
like you
Man,
said,
which is push pull, or a bench only.
So more time can be allowed per meet director's choice in that sense.
Yeah.
And then typically you don't see that into the deadlift because at that point of the meet, there's usually some bombs.
And you also feel like deadlift warm-ups go faster anyway.
Yeah, because deadlift is like you're warmed, like you've been lifting all day.
And you're energized. You're not energized in like you're feeling strong. You're energized in like, all right, let's get this shit over with. Let's go. Let's wrap it up.
Once the bench shirt comes off, I'm ready to pull.
Yeah. Get me out of my poly prison. I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah. So I mean, that's up to the meet director, but that'd be the instance where like I've seen it happen where you have more people in flights. You need some more time in between getting some gear ready, and if your meet director's cool with that and like, favor to the lifter and making sure the experience of the lifter is good at the meet that they're holding, they can allow some more time.
Absolutely.
Not excessive, like I'm not going to give you an extra 30 minutes for the warm up, just like an extra like here's another 10 minutes to
It also depends on size of the flights and how many flights.
Yeah.
Or
if you're doing sessions.
Yeah. Me personally, I would be really mad if you're at a 4-flight meet. Like flights A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, we're going to give you an hour in between attempts.
That'd be a super
Dude,
long
that would be an all-day event. Unfortunately, I have done meets like that.
You'd get there at 8 o'clock and leave at like
8
10.
o'clock.
Yeah.
8 to 8. 12-hour meets.
Long-ass meet.
Yeah. Now, I will say, I think a couple good things to hit right before we go is no matter what Fed you compete in, no matter what meet director you trust your time and money towards to make your experience the best. And I always say you should support your meet director, not support your Fed. Right? Feds are going to change, rules are going to change, things go in and out. Who do you trust with your money to make your experience the best experience you could possibly have and make your day that you've been training for the best it can be and also uphold the standard, right? Find that fine line, right? You want a great meet with a great atmosphere and people you trust, but you want your shit to be rock solid and count and not make you look dumb, or you took the easy way out, right? Find that happy medium no matter what that means to you, whether that means the Fed or the director. Just make sure, remember, you always vote with your money, right? Meet directors and Feds don't exist without your vote, your money vote. That's just how it is. But whatever that means to you, right? Make sure that you read those emails and you read your rule book. There's nothing more disheartening than as a meet director or like Carl, a staff member, than see somebody miss out on an opportunity to make their day really good because they didn't read the rule book.
Yeah.
Or they haven't read a rule book in 2 years, right? Just like we talked about today, there are updates to rule books all the times.
And as a staff member at a meet, it's kind of like not written, but it's also your job to say if there's a lifter that's like falling behind off of a rule they didn't quite catch up on, just tell them about it and explain them like, hey, this is the rule, this is why it's a rule, this is what you're doing wrong. Go forward from there.
And that goes for all your judges too. Like, I'm not asking you to like jump out of your chair and chase down a lifter on the way to the platform, but like be encouraging. Be like, hey, usually when you talk to a lifter, don't downplay something, don't be condescending, but simply explain. Most of the time, it's a small fix the lifter can make to totally change the outcome of their day. Now, what also can change the outcome of the day is if you're a staff member and you're a total douche canoe.
True.
Right? Like if you disrespect a lifter or be condescending to them or like roll your eyes at them, or even it's something simple and dumb that you think is minute and they should know, a lot of people don't. So like don't ruin their day because you felt like you wanted to downplay or be an asshole to somebody.
And you don't know their story behind either. This could be like their first meet and you don't know.
Yeah,
so,
there's tons of lifters we get here for their first meet, and I'm honored that people trust us at the cave to make this their first meet. Yeah. I love hearing that when people come here like, I've heard, good things about this place and this is my first meet. Like, bring it the fuck on. I can't wait to have first timers here.
Yeah, want to make it a good time for you.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I'm talking about bringing back first timers, which is what I would love to do.
That'd be awesome.
We'll do a later podcast on that. Speaking of meets, we did just open up registration for King of the Cave 6. Here, our annual summer meet coming strong for our 6th year in a row. It is going to be hosted by Bobby again for MPL.
Is that 6 or 7?
It's 6.
Okay.
Because No Luck 7 will be this coming December.
Okay.
I know it's hard to keep track of, dude. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing it's hard to keep track of. So King of the Cave 6, it is tested and untested. You have both those options. I know we got people registering already. You can find the link in my bio. You can find it on the MPL event calendar. And I also, throughout the week, posted in my stories and stuff for the URL for the Sign Up Genius. So please make sure you don't miss your opportunity to come compete here with me, the rest of the crew, maybe Carl if he feels like showing up, here at the cave. Like you don't staff all our events.
It's a rare occasion.
Dude, if he feels like showing up. But yeah, man, thank you guys for tuning in for our 21st episode. We are unfortunately out of time, so.
Good first episode of the new year.
Oh shit, it is the first podcast of the new year.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, with love and grumpy paws, we're out. Oh. Sound old, bro.
I'm pulling cords out.
Sound like you're pulling